anything and everything.
Do you ever wonder how to? Do you ever wonder why?
About anything and everything. Then Doris is your guide. Anything and everything will open your mind. Anything and everything with Doris. Anything and everything with Doris is online. Remember. Anything and everything with Doris.
You are listening to Anything and Everything with Doris podcast. This episode is brought to you by WYSK Spark Radio, the spark of the South. Listen to hits from the 70s to now. Find it on Live 365 Spark Radio. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a blessed week. Summer's here and we have a lot of outdoor activities we're doing. Good news is it stays out brighter later. But we also have a lot of mosquitoes. If you live in South Louisiana, you have the tropical weather along with these wonderful mosquitoes. And they love to bite us. I never really thought about why mosquitoes bite. And I never actually realized that mosquitoes bite some people more than others. I never thought about it. Not until my daughter married my son-in-law. And whenever we would go to games for the grandchildren or have picnics and barbecues, he was always getting bit. And I couldn't understand what is going on. Why is he getting bit more? And I thought, well, maybe it's because of what I eat. I eat a lot of garlic every day. I have a little spice jar and I have certain spices in this shaker and I shake it on everything I eat. And one of the ingredients is garlic. So I thought, well, maybe it's because I have garlic in my blood. So between the garlic in my blood and my repellent, that's why they probably like me less than him. So for 4th of July, we went over there and of course it got dark and they wanted to go pop fireworks. So I was wondering, okay, why do they like him more over other people? So I decided to do some research. Well, believe it or not, just like people have preferences on scents and food, taste and stuff like that, well, so do mosquitoes. I never actually thought about that. I never thought a mosquito would be picky. I thought they just needed the blood. They ate the blood, drank the blood, whatever they do. So once I learned that, I said, well, let me figure out what is it they like and dislike so that I can help people like my son-in-law get bit even less. So after doing my research, here are a few things that I learned. The first thing you need to know is that the female mosquito needs to feast off of our blood to feed her eggs. And she is attracted to humans by the carbon dioxide given off from our breath. Meaning, if you are a more heavy mouth breather, she's going to notice you first. And mosquitoes can detect strong concentrations of carbon dioxide as far away as 170 feet. And in the Journal of Medical Entomology, researchers reported that mosquitoes also prefer type O blood over any other blood type. So if you have O blood type, they're coming for you before anyone else. But they also found out that the least likely blood type for a mosquito is A. They don't like A. Now, I'm sure they'll take it if that's all that's around. But if you're sitting next to an O-type person, they're going for him first. Another aroma that the mosquito is attracted to is sweat. And when we sweat, we release chemicals such as lactic acid onto our skin and into the air. And those who are more active, such as, you're working outside, doing yard work, maybe that's your job, you're a gardener, or you're playing sports, you're more active. So you're going to produce more CO2 as well as lactic acid, and therefore they're going to come for you. Now, sweat itself does not have an odor. It's the bacteria that lives on our skin, and it reacts to our sweat that forms the chemicals that gives off our aroma, our body odor. And it's the uric and lactic acids as well as the ammonia produced by the bacteria that gives off our body odor, right? So each individual person has a distinct mix of bacterial flora inhabiting the skin. Therefore, mosquitoes may be attracted to one person over another depending on their body odor. And I'm sure you noticed at outdoor events where they serve beer, you find more mosquitoes around. Well, the reason is that alcohol raises your body temperature and causes you to sweat more. And the ethanol that is given off by your skin attracts the mosquitoes. It only takes 1 12-ounce beer to attract the mosquitoes to you. And there are also studies that show mosquitoes carrying malaria or dengue fever, they prefer the scent of beer drinkers. So if you're out there drinking beer, you're not only attracting mosquitoes to you, but you're attracting the more dangerous ones as well. Now, mosquitoes are more likely to bite pregnant women twice as many times as the general population. And one of the reasons for it, not the only reason, but one of the reasons for it is because they tend to bite larger people than smaller people. Probably because of due to their vision and scent and stuff, it's easier to hit a larger target than a smaller one, right? And they can see dark or bright colored clothing the best. And they may smell you from 170 feet away, but they begin to see you within 15 to 50 feet away. So to make it more difficult for them to see you, you want to wear white or light colors. And the least attractive color to insects is khaki, beige, and olive. If you're going to be out late or where there's mosquitoes, that's what you're going to do. Wear khaki, beige, or olive. And stay away from the beer if you can. They also use their vision to sense body heat. And they can sense the body heat from up to 4 feet away. So now you've gotten some really good tips, right? We know now what they like and what they dislike. But of course, that's not enough to keep them away 100%. Especially if you're the lucky guy out there with O-type blood. What are you going to do, right? Can't change your blood type. But there are things that we can do to help keep them away. If you don't mind using a chemical repellent, those containing DEET are the most effective. And the EPA claims that DEET is safe when used according to the directions. For those who prefer more natural repellent, there are several options. Mosquitoes do not like the scent of lavender, and they don't like oil of lemon eucalyptus. And that comes from the lemon eucalyptus tree. That's also effective. If you're interested in creating something a little more natural, you could take 1 part lemon eucalyptus oil to 10 parts of sunflower oil or witch hazel and mist it over your skin. Now, due to the oil of lemon eucalyptus, do not use on children under 3 years old. Lavender is safe on babies, but it's any type of eucalyptus you do not want to use on babies or anyone under 3 years old. Now, the Iowa State University found that Greek catnip can repel mosquitoes, and it is found to be 10 times more effective than DEET. Did you hear that? Greek catnip is 10 times more effective than DEET when it comes to repelling mosquitoes. So if you want to have a yard that does not attract mosquitoes, here's an idea. And I think I'm going to try this next time. I'm going to plant some lavender and definitely some Greek catnip, since it's more effective than DEET, up to 10 times. The Alderleaf Wilderness College reports that those eating diets rich in whole grains, fruits, and veggies have fewer bites than those who eat processed and sugary foods. And while some people swear by eating garlic helps keep the mosquitoes away, rubbing it on your skin is more effective. And Colorado State University Extension reports that in an Indian field study, applying 1% garlic with beeswax kept mosquitoes away for up to 8 hours. And a study from Taiwan advised that cinnamon oil can kill off mosquito eggs and repel against adult mosquitoes, including the Asian tiger mosquito. So here's another tip you could do. You could mix a 1/4 teaspoon or 25 drops of oil per 4 ounces of water and you can spray to clothing, upholstery, plants, your home. But be careful if you're going to apply it to your skin, because cinnamon oil can be an irritant. Whether you have sensitive skin or not, cinnamon oil can irritate your skin. So that would be a mix that I would probably use on the air, the furniture, outdoor, whatever. The garlic, yeah, I would put that on my skin if it didn't irritate my skin. But I eat a lot of it too. Now, thyme oil is one of the best when repelling mosquitoes carrying malaria. It actually provides up to 91% protection when using 5% thyme oil. Think about that. You only need 5% thyme oil to repel the mosquito carrying malaria, and it provides 91% protection. That's pretty good, right? Now here you could mix 4 drops of thyme oil per 1 teaspoon of base oil. Now when I tell you to mix with oil, I'm talking about base oils like jojoba, soybean, almond, coconut, whatever, even sunflower, whatever you prefer. I like coconut because it smells better and I love the way it feels on my skin. But believe it or not, soybean oil also is a deterrent for mosquitoes. They don't like it. So if you're going to make a repellent, you might prefer the soybean oil over any other. Now, if you want to spray it on, that's what you do if you want to rub it on. You would mix 4 drops of the thyme oil per 1 teaspoon of base oil, and you would rub it on. If you want to spray it on, you want to mix that with 2 ounces of water or witch hazel. Sometimes I prefer the witch hazel to water. It's a preference to you, whatever you like. And also they found that if you throw thyme leaves in a campfire, you will get up to 85% protection for 90 minutes. 90 minutes by throwing thyme leaves in your campfire. And it's actually not a bad smell either. I like the scent of thyme. Now, if you do get bit, you can treat these itchy, painful bites at home. The first thing people normally go for is calamine lotion, and it works. But if you don't have any calamine on hand, you could rub lavender oil or apple cider vinegar at the site of the bite to reduce irritation. So who knew that lavender oil not only will repel the mosquitoes, but it actually soothes your skin? You can also put a slice of raw onion or freshly cut garlic on the bite to provide relief, as well as prevent infection. Now, one of my favorites is aloe vera. And if you have the aloe vera plant, just break a part off and rub it on the bite. So I hope this was helpful. And if you're interested in any of the references, be sure to check out our show notes below. And y'all have a great day. God bless. For comments or questions, you can reach us by email at YOPI@post.com. Also, check us out on Twitter at Dorisi and our Facebook pages at YOPI Studio or Louisiana Entertainment Association. Anything and Everything with Doris is produced by Your Own Production Incorporated and comes out every week. So come on back. And feel free to add us to your favorite RSS feed, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Pod, and our favorite, Podbean. All links are found in our show notes below.